Oh yeah, guys, you see this? This is over 10 pounds of seafood boil here at Crabby Crab, one of the top seafood restaurants in LA. So if you guys want to see me kill this 10-pound bowl of seafood, then stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Steve from Rockstar Eater coming to you with another rockin' episode. And today I am out here in Sherman Oaks, which is one of the big towns in the San Fernando Valley. And I am about to end my Best Seafood in LA series, covering the best and most unique seafoods all around town. It's been such a blast. And I am going to end it well because I am at this spot that is really one of the best seafood restaurants you can find in the San Fernando Valley of Los Angeles. Crabby Crab, which specializes in Cajun style, Louisiana style seafood boil. I did one of these episodes recently, but I had so much fun that, I just had to do it again. And I'm at another one of the top spots that I absolutely can't miss. I've been here many times before. The food here is awesome. Anyway, stick all the way to the end of this episode so that you can see this amazing seafood spread that I'm about to show you here. And also, if you're new to this channel, take a moment right now to hit that subscribe button, as well as the notification bell, because I put out these food and travel videos weekly that you don't want to miss out on. So go ahead, do that right now, and I'm gonna go in and get me some of this lunch. This restaurant has been here since 2015, so it's running for about 6 years right now. Family-owned business. They got a great recipe, very well known around the Sherman Oaks community. I'm telling you, the food here is rockin'. Shrimp, live lobsters, Dungeness crab, king crab, you name it. And I'm gonna show you how they make some of this stuff back here. Wow. Yep, so that's a shrimp. Definitely gotta get some shrimp at these seafood boils. So I guess what they do is they wrap it up in these plastic bags before they boil it, and then afterwards they would toss it in your dressing, which in this case is Cajun sauce dressing. Yeah guys, you see, these lobsters are alive. I think this is the first time I'm holding a lobster. This is so cool. Hello, say hello to my audience. These are all the pots of boiling water. So this is constantly boiling all the time, kind of like what you would see if you were to walk into a ramen shop. So you put pretty much the seafood in here that you ordered, and each seafood's gonna boil for a different amount of time. But I decided to get all the top stuff here at the restaurant today, including their lobsters, which I want to add is live, so it's extremely fresh, and the shrimp, the crab legs, all that good stuff. Yeah. So there's two ways that you can do it. One of them is with the bags individually, where they put the seasoning into, I guess, the seafood in the bags. But I decided to go big today and get the bowl in which they have the Crabby Crab seasoning with the butter, the garlic, the Cajun, and other spices. And they're gonna mix all the seafood together. It's gonna be an epic seafood boil feast here today. Isn't this amazing, y'all? This is really at least 10 pounds worth of seafood. I don't think I've had anything this big before. Maybe except when I was at that San Pedro fish market. I had that huge shrimp tray as well. This is definitely a close one right here. And I also got some other foods around the table as well, because they have some other great things on the menu, which I'm gonna show you right now. Very self-explanatory. Fresh fries with a generous amount of that clam chowder soup on top of it, and bits of bacon. Very good. Chicken wings of all different flavors, the regular, buffalo, barbecue, and lemon pepper. Yes, I love variety. And if you really want to go the New Orleans route, they do have the seafood gumbo here. I haven't had this one here. This is going to be new to me. The seafood gumbo with the rice inside of it. Let's see, maybe what I'll do is start with the fries, because the fries, you don't want to wait too long because it gets soggy. It has a lot of this clam chowder soup on top of it. That is really good. Fresh, thick fries,
And it tastes just like clam chowder, because it is. Just try to imagine the combination of the clam chowder over some crispy fries and some bacon bits on top of it. If you think that's a marvelous combination, it truly is. It's a truly delicious, it's not healthy, but it's definitely a delicious, savory French fry dish that you don't find in too many restaurants. So I highly recommend, definitely get buffalo wings, which I always like to get. They have different flavors. Ooh, wow. Yeah, these buffalo wings are rocking. It is so good. And it's not that spicy either. I like these wings because they are so moist inside and it's crispy outside because it's been deep fried. Buffalo sauce is amazing. Honestly, I'm not a gumbo expert because I haven't had too much of it in my life. All I can do is just tell you whether it tastes great or not. Well, that's actually pretty good. And the spice in here is not that strong either. You know how when you eat Cajun food, sometimes that spice is so overpowering on the food? But this one, it's mild. Very good, very mild, and a little bit spicy too. Oh, I love the shrimp pieces in here. And by the way, did I mention that their baguette is so good here? It's fresh made, and if you take it and you dip it in some of this Cajun butter sauce, it tastes fantastic. You see my eyes rolling? Just like the fried chicken, I can also take the bread and just enjoy it all day long. Can you sympathize with me? You guys know what I'm talking about? Where you have such good fresh baked bread that you can just eat that as your meal. In fact, at a restaurant, the bread comes out like in an Italian restaurant. That's your meal. You can't even eat the pasta or the meat dish anymore after that. So with the green clams, definitely, and not just with the green clams, but just everything. Just get as much of this sauce. Be generous with it. One down, 50 more pieces to go. Okay, also the shrimp as well. You know what shrimp tastes like, right? This one is pretty crunchy, which is good. Crawfish. Yeah, this crawfish is something you should definitely get in these Cajun seafood boil restaurants. The crawfish, it takes kind of a bit of work to peel this whole thing, but then once you can get to the center, it's like this tiny little, like what, like lobster? Kind of like a lobster tail? Yeah. Like a mix between lobster and a shrimp. And by the way, you can suck the juice out of the head because that has a lot of flavor to it. Oh, so good. I told you that there's also lobster in here, right? Yes. This restaurant makes fresh lobster. It's, you see it on the menu, live lobster. I saw it back there, it's live. They don't cut corners on that. So this is going to taste super fresh. You know the difference between the taste of live lobster and cooked lobster, right? You can taste the difference. Because I like the meatiness and the crunchiness. It's just superb on this thing. Like really fabulous. Yeah, definitely go with the live lobster here, because if you're getting a seafood Cajun experience, don't think that it's just all about the sauce. I mean, it is true that the sauce has a lot of power in terms of the flavor it adds, but you definitely want to get the experience of fresh seafood. So if you can go to a seafood boil restaurant in which the seafood is as fresh as it can get, then definitely do it, because it makes all the difference. Not just with the taste of the sauce, but even the texture of the meat, like the lobster. The sausage, this isn't a seafood, but let me tell you, the sausage here is incredible because they cut it up in the deep fried, so it's crispy in your mouth with this Cajun sauce over it. Untouchable. So like I said, soft inside, crunchy on the top. And did I tell you they also have these, you see these crab legs? Oh yeah, some snow crab going on right here. This one is gonna take a little bit of work to break. That's why you have a breaker. So then once it's broken off like that, just slide it out. Ooh, all the prime meat right there. And once again, lots of this Cajun butter sauce. And I also forgot to mention that it comes with some of this lemon as well. I like my seafood, whoops, I like it sour. Like fish, shrimp, crab, everything. Boom. Oh, yeah. I could die happy right now. That lemon makes everything taste so good. Also, your little clams. By the way, I want to hear your comment. Can you guys actually eat all this? What is your experience eating seafood boil? I want to know how many pounds of seafood boil can you eat? Type it in the comment section. I'd love to hear your story. Maybe one day I will challenge you to an eating contest. Let's see who can eat more seafood boil. But in the meantime, I'm enjoying this all by myself. I think this corn is probably the healthiest thing that's inside this tub here. That is sweet. You are going to make a mess too, so have plenty of napkins with you. But that's the fun of it. Just eat, have fun. When you come to this thing, unless you are one of those gluttons who can eat a lot of food, I would say maybe get about 3 or 4 people and share all this tub right here. That's the way to do it. Yep, that is a lobster claw right there. Oh, you see that? I didn't do it perfectly, but yeah, the meat is inside of it, trust me. Nothing like a good fresh lobster. I still got quite a bit in here, so yes, when you come, please do come with more than one person because you're going to want to share all this. Besides, you're eating out. You want it to be a good social occasion, right? So anyways, if you are in the Sherman Oaks area and you're specifically looking for seafood like Cajun style seafood boil, then this is your spot right here. Crabby Crab in Sherman Oaks. So don't miss it. Like I said, they got a lot of awesome seafood, including the Dungeness crab and the lobster and just whatever, you know, seafoods that you like. So good job to Crabby Crab. Much props for all this great food. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this episode of Rockstar Eater. If you enjoy what I'm doing here on the show, give me a thumbs up, comment on the section below. If you've been to this restaurant or you know of any other great seafood boils, I'd love to hear your story. And also subscribe so that you can get these videos on a weekly basis. Well, that does it for our seafood series. Thank you so much for watching, guys. But continue on with my adventures because I'm going to be covering so many other great stuff around LA and around the world. So I'll see you guys in the next video.